Just write sort of stuff, you know, that supposedly has got something to say, you see. So sometimes I forget about that. I mean, that's a good thing. I mean, it's something you've got to remember. You're writing music, and you've got to have a word that puts a chill up everybody's spine and stuff. You know, doesn't matter what the word is. It's the way you use it with the music. I'm told I use too many words.
But do you? I mean.
But you see, what I have is a very original approach to writing. You see, because it's not educated, but it's not jargonised. I don't think. The most commonest criticisms of the Fall nowadays is that they sound the same, you know what I mean? And I know damn well they don't sound the same, but like it's like some kind of crime, you know what I mean? Because they want this kind of like novelty value thing. People know nowadays that they can't lay that thing on me about being a pop star. They can't do it anymore. It's the really greatest achievement, really. I don't appreciate it. You get this guilt thing where you think you've come so far, but when you look around you haven't come that far. I get more and more sort of frightened of things as I get older, you know. Sometimes the thing about being older is I think you can just like take it a lot more. Your spirit, it handles it a lot better. Yeah, I know, but I mean, I suppose I could become a poet when I get older, or some or writer or whatever, you know. I think the book world is a crappy world. I don't know why, I just get this impression it's an evil world somehow.
Could it be as crappy and as evil as the rock and roll world?
I think so, yeah. Because it asks a lot more of you and gives you even less. I've sort of run out of books, mate. You could say I've been perverted back now. We played somewhere like the Peppermint Lounge or somewhere, and this bloke was asking me to stand on this cross all the way through the set. You had these two crosses, and he says, if you go on there, you know, go on there or go on there, you know what I mean? When during the set, I mean, it's something I never do. I never face the audience much anyway, you know what I mean? Like, I knew that was... I mean, that's when it started really hating videos. And when we were on in America and I was watching, and like half the audience would have their backs to you watching you on a video at the back of the room. You know, because, yeah, it's like, that's the old sort of narcolepsy thing, you know, just staring at twickering things. They'd rather look at that than look at you, you know. But they're looking into the same thing, in fact. I was dead reassured when I saw that stuff to see how inept it was. Do you know what I mean? Because I like... I like your stuff. You know what I like your stuff? It reminds me of Tea Time TV. It does, you know, you know, like when women are like picketing in the street because big lorries are coming down and they like do the sort of the street, and it's like dead straight, you know, and it's like, that's what I love about his stuff. I think it's great, you know. I mean, there's just no way it can look glamorous. He tries very hard. I sort of react against sort of trends and stuff a lot, and I think the last 5 years it's the trend is to like not be very British, you know, in sort of, whereas, you know, and it's a great shock, like about a year ago I got a great shock of going to America for the third time, that I was actually getting physically ill from being away from home, you know. That in the end it was just like, you know, because I mean, it's like in my game, I mean, theoretically, I should have moved from the place I was born. I mean, that's a tradition all over the world, isn't it? I'm not a particular patriot out either. It's funny, I know. And we never set out to be a British band. I just thought that's what bands should be like, and that's one of the things why the Fall were formed, you know. And I thought people weren't being particularly true to their roots and stuff. And I thought it was a shame that some groups sounded like they could come from anywhere in the world and you could never actually pin it down, you know. That's one interesting thing about Britain for a start, you know. That, I mean, you could go 5 miles and it's a completely different world, which you can't anywhere else. It should be documented because it's a great for the expressions like that are works of art, and that is what I call art. You see, that word, I think that is, you know, skriking and stuff like that. I mean, it's not words I particularly use a lot myself. I do use them.
What's skriking?
Skriking is like when kids are crying, and it really gets on your nerves, and like skriking.
Like in the train when we go to London.
That's what Fred in the Foresters used to say. This kid who used to come in the vault, right? This woman used to bring a kid in the vault, and like it's the worst thing she. And then she's going, ah! And all the long hairs would be around there, you know, still going, oh, great baby, you know, oh, she brings a baby in the pub, you know, and like Fred behind the bar, this old Salford bloke, he comes out and he goes, shut up, you skriking kid, you know.